in there.
Open.
Rip, rip, rip.
You're going to be fast, otherwise 24 is going to be quick.
You got some chocolate? Can't go wrong with a bit of chocolate, can you? Chocolate.
Oh, that's all for Daddy then, is it?
Have you had your tea?
Not yet.
Did you bring your paper?
Well, we don't do chocolate for
You
little
open
ones,
yours,
but there's some
Heidi?
chocolate stuck to it.
I know.
You know, like the coins.
Some floor, yeah.
And I believe you're all okay with nut allergies, so.
Yeah.
Why does Heidi want chocolate?
I can't do it. Can you do that for
Because she's a
Heidi?
little bit smaller,
Let Jack do it for you then.
and them big boxes are too much for Heidi.
Oh, what is
Oh,
it?
what have you got, Heidi?
That's it, you two help her. Like
Oh,
good
wow,
brothers.
what did you say?
Is that nice?
What did you say?
Super.
You
Say
can
thank
give them a
you.
name.
Heidi, say thank you
Are
to
you happy?
Santa.
You're welcome.
You happy, boys?
Say thank you.
Thank you. It's you this way.
Wonderful. Come and sit down, boys. We've got a bit to do. Are you going to join us, Heidi? Sit on the floor with your brothers? No, you're okay there, though. You look like a little elf on a toadstool. You do. That's the Santa duck. He only comes out now and again just to see how you are.
You look weird. You sound weird when you do that.
I know.
Sound like a
Do you know, normally I sound weird when I talk. That's where I come from. Now then, where are we? What have I done? All right. We've had a look at the book, right? And we've done our information, and we've give some gifts out. The one thing we haven't done, when I was flying over here earlier on this week, I could hear some singing going on. Do we like to have a sing-song at Christmas?
Yeah.
Do we? Have we got a favourite Christmas song?
What's yours, Jack?
Yeah. What's your favourite Christmas song? No?
Can you remember what it's called?
Jingle Bells? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
I know what it
When Santa got stuck up the chimney?
No, you don't need the. No, you
The
don't need
wheels
the
on the
ticket.
bus go round and round? We do all sorts.
Why don't you sing Jingle Bells? You know that, don't you?
Jingle Bells?
Jingle bells, Isaac, yeah?
Are we
Sit down,
good with
Jack. Sit down, please.
that? Can you not remember your special song? Did you have one planned?
Yeah, but there's
I'll tell you what. We'll do a Jingle Bells all together,
In a minute.
and you try and think of one that you may like, and we can always do one verse after that. Are the Jingle Bells down there?
Yeah, get the
'Cause
bells,
we'll need
Heidi.
them playing. You can take turns and sort of play along with the Jingle Bells.
Do you want to go, Isaac?
You ready?
Yeah, then. Hold the top, on top.
After three. 1, 2, 3. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, ready, laughing all the way. Ho, 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 bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to ride an open sleigh tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jack.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Big finish. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Wonderful. Well done. Now then, we've got one or two more things left to do. Can I take the bells off you now? Thank you kindly.
Ready.
Now then, is this the...
Santa top.
It looks lovely on you as well.
I have one that I have to wear in my face.
It's at school in
Did I come to see you children last year at the house, or was it just on the 24th?
Just on the 24th.
On the 24th, on
wasn't it?
Christmas Eve. So I've not actually been and seen you personally in the house. This is the first time. How wonderful for me.
I saw you on like this thing one year.
You'll have seen many Santas around the
This is the
village
real
and
one
the
now.
town, but not this one. There's nothing like me, trust me. They put me away for it 6 times, so I must be real, mustn't I? Now then, there's a question I need to ask you, and the grown-ups can help if you don't know. Okay? Who's the most famous reindeer in the North Pole?
I know. Rudolph.
No. Any ideas? Mums? Dads?
Dasher.
No.
Blitzen.
No. You're doing well.
Comet.
No.
Vixen.
No.
Santa.
Who else is
No.
He's not. Santa's not a reindeer.
He's not.
He is somebody.
I can't think of any.
I'll tell you, shall I? You have to listen really carefully now, because there's a message in this as well. Okay? Are you listening? This is really important. The most famous reindeer in the North Pole is called Fred.
Fred.
Yes, Fred. And at Christmas, when all the other reindeers are out with me on Christmas Eve, there's one reindeer who gets forgotten about, and his name is Fred. And Fred has to stay behind and do all the cleaning, get all the beds tidy and do the supper for all the other reindeers coming back, and he never gets a mention. There's songs about all the other reindeers and there's songs about me, but there's no songs about Fred. And I would like you to do me a favour. I'd like you to remember Fred at Christmas, because I can feel a lot of love in this room, and you're going to have a wonderful Christmas, I know that now. But in everybody's life, there is a Fred. There's always a Fred. It might be a friend who you've not spoken to for a while. Grown-ups, it might be a relative. But please remember Fred at Christmas. Do you think you could do that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help you to remember Fred. You're all members of the same family, aren't you? So
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's one per household. Can we get Heidi maybe to come and have this? Heidi, this is Fred.
What's that?
You get it then, Daddy. Take
It's
you.
Fred, look.
Fred, look. It's okay. Right,
It's
listen.
Fred.
Hold on, he's got another present. Look, it's Fred. Oh, Fred, get him.
It's for you.
Yeah,
You
Fred,
can have
look.
it. Look,
Get him.
it's a Fred.
It's a Fred, look.
And if you
fair
keep
enough.
Fred by your tree or on your mantle or wherever, and
Fred.
when you put all your other toys and gifts away and your tree goes away for another 12 months, keep Fred out. And just remember Fred for Santa. Now listen, here's the important bit, because your parents all remember this if you don't. If I'm lucky enough to be asked back next year to come and see you again, yeah, I'm going to ask you the question. And that question's going to be, who's the most famous reindeer? And you're going to say,
Fred.
Yeah.
indeed. And if you do say Fred, yeah, I will give you an extra gift each, just for remembering Fred. How nice is that?
Yeah, you can
Because
do that.
once I've met you, I'll never forget you. So I'll be back next year. Please remember Fred for me. Now then, so there's your Fred. So, we've done everything else. We've checked the book.
Fred up here, look.
We've had a little sing-song. We've exchanged gifts. We've got to know each other better. We've taken a couple of pickies. I can do a few more at the end if you like before I go. But just before I do go, now then, at the moment, because of the way the council is, the reindeer aren't outside. I've had to stop at the park and ride and then get a cab down. So to wake them up, we need to give them a shout. Is Rudolph, otherwise he'd be sleeping, you see. So do you think you could wake them up for me?
Yeah.
What you need to do is give the reindeer bells a good shake. The rest of us are going to shout Rudolph, and then we're going to go really quiet and see if he's woken up. You start off. Give him a good shake for me. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Shout Rudolph. Rudolph! Shh. Oh, he's still asleep. Pass him over. Give him a good shake for me. Rudolph! Shh. He's still asleep. Pass him to Heidi.
You shake it, Heidi.
Heidi, give him a good shake for me.
Heidi, shake
Cool.
it. Go on.
Or Dad'll shake
Don't
him
shake
for
him
me.
in it. Give it.
There you go. Hey, Rudolph! Shh. He's awake. Time to go. Would the grown-ups like a Santa selfie before I go?
Yeah.
Come on then.